All right, it looks like I'm live. Live, live. Let me move this somewhere else. Okay. Let's get over to YouTube so I can see things the way you guys see things. Here we go. All right, there's that. Let's put it on live chat tonight since I missed it for half the live last night. Okay. All right, looks like we're off to a start. Okay. So I kind of have an idea today about something I'd like to do. So what with an image we've already been using. These are images in here that we're probably using on other pages. So let's find a good spot to set those so they don't get mixed in with all the other doodahs. And let's go to this page. Okay. Hey, Pam and Christine, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. So we're going to pull out some eyes and see. I'll post in a few minutes the pins I'm kind of working off of to expand this. So right now I'm working on just finding a second eye. It does not have to match the first eye. In fact, it's probably better if it doesn't. Janice, how you doing? And Pam is in the house. Oh, I think I already said that. Sorry. I welcomed you twice. Worse things could happen, right? Okay, so let's push this up. And hopefully, let's see if... let me make this live. I want to make sure you guys can see the eyeballs in question. Okay, I think you can. So that one would go like that. And the eye kind of goes over here. I think we'd actually have to... Ooh, zombie mouth. That should probably be in the creepy collage area. Okay, that's a possibility. I'm okay if it doesn't 100% match. Oh, I kind of like that one too. Okay. Not quite as much. That looks a little cross-eyed the way it is, so probably not that one. How is everybody on this happy Fri-Yay? Hopefully you had a decent day at the job, and you're enjoying your Fri-Yay. Maybe you have some plans for the weekend. That could be a thing. Hold on. Those lips are way too big. Too small. Probably not a cat's eye. Thinking that's not a good match. Ooh, we need that. Okay. That's a little I mean, we could use half of that, maybe. Okay, hold on. We do have some good eyes for a different eye collage, though. Okay, I think we're going to choose from the ones we have out. And if you give me a second, I'll get the pins posted that I'm kind of working off of today to expand on this. Because I do want to have some more mixed media type stuff in the book. I do want it to be a little bit artistic. Maybe a little bit disjointed. Okay. Francis, how you doing? You're still working? Are you hiding from the boss? Carla! Hello, Miss Carla. How you doing? Yeah, because it's later there than here. It's 5:30 here. Did you start work later at least, or are you working a super long day? Okay. Oops, and we need to put those away. All right, so I'm working off of kind of 3 different pins. I don't know if I'll get all the ideas implemented, but this is where I'm at. So we're going to work with one of these 3 eyeballs. So this is the second pin that I'm going to put first. So there is one of the pins I'm working off of. Let me get to the other 2. Let me find the first pin. What did I do with the first pin? That's the second pin. Uh-oh. Now I've done. Hold on. I got to scooch back up, I think. I know I was there already. Hold, please. Oh, here she is. Okay. Copy link. Okay. We got the link copied. Now let's undo that. Okay. This is the first pin I found. You're the boss. Oh, well, you can't really hide from. Well, you can hide from yourself, but you have to be completely stark raving bonkers to do it. And then this is something I saw that I liked the way the color is applied. Not necessarily that color with what we're working on, but I kind of liked the way the color was applied to that. You the boss lady today. You don't have to look at them if you don't want to, but that is just so you have an idea of what inspired me to work more on these today. Okay, which eye do you guys like? This will be A. This will be B, and we're going to trim it down more around the eyeball, and I'm going to dull it with some of the pattern paper, tissue paper, so it's not quite so vibrant. So this is B, and this one is C. So I will tear around to whatever eye we choose. And we're not necessarily looking for matchy-matchy. So A, B, or C. Anybody have an opinion? Let me get a drink while you guys are mulling over if you have an opinion. Woohoo! Francis is in charge. Is the boss man at least treating you good today? I know yesterday you had messaged and you were like, I don't know about this shenanigans. The bluish one. A, B, or C. So that's A. That's B. That's C. Because both of the, well, This has purple eyeshadow, and both of these have a shade of blue. Oh boy. Francis, I didn't give him a second thought today. Shenanigans, I say. Well, at least you had maybe a relatively peaceful day, even if it's super long. So I see kind of the point. I really do like this eyeball, but I see kind of the point because the rest of it's kind of blue tinted. It's like turquoisey. So from that perspective, one of these two would be better. So B or C. I know you liked A. I really like it too, but I think color-wise, although, you know, we don't necessarily need it to be totally matchy-matchy. Because we would just tear around it. Choices. I think size-wise, A and C are the best. This one's a little bit bigger. And that's the closest match size-wise. Okay, we'll pick this one just because it's closest size-wise. And let's go ahead and tear around it. I've been in my room most of the day. Elsa's well, it's Mike's niece, but you know, Elsa's always in on the visit things. Make that a little less square right there. Okay. Now let's see about this. Just what we might do is put that behind and then put a white piece of I know I've got white tissue here somewhere. Ooh. I think all my white tissue paper is in the closet, which is a little bit of a pita because everything is in front of it right now. How far? It's way over there. Okay, hold the phone. I'll be right back. I'm going to go borrow Elsa's grabby arm. I think I can get it with a grabby arm so we can see what it will look like. Some clear tissue. I knew it. I went out there to ask for the grabby arm. She gave me the shitty one. You got to protect your good grabby arm. I don't blame her. I would do the same thing. You ain't touching my grabby arm. Not my good one. Haha. White tissue paper. I win. Okay. Let me go give it back. That way nothing untoward happens with it. Have you been waiting all day? You haven't eaten anything? You psychopath. Eat something after you pee. Okay, white tissue paper. Back to where we were. Love all the bugs. Oh, on the... Yes, cool, huh? Uh-oh. Oh, there's my eyeball. I had a panicky moment. I'm sorry. Okay. Now let's get a little piece of white tissue paper. All that to get a bag of tissue paper to get one little scrap of one little piece. Okay. But that's how I roll, and we don't want any. No straight edges. It's going to make a theme with me. Feeling a little mommy dearest about the whole thing. Yeah, I think that'll be a better. But we'll put this piece behind because I like the word here, cutting line off the pattern. Okay, so let's start by gluing. Oh, you would have to have glue for that. Okay. Marty, how are ya? Yes, someone called for the psycho. All right, Pam. Okay, so I don't feel like getting out the gesso, so we're just going to make the best of this. So we want that to be, that's the spot where the eyeball from the other picture that had to be removed came from. And it's okay if it doesn't quite get all the way smushy down. Now we're going to add the, oh, let's ink, if we can find the ink. Oh, ink right there. Ta-da. Let's do a little inky. Yep, we're doing an eye transplant tonight. We're just expanding. I put some, I put in 3 links up above. They're the 3 pins that I kind of am getting my inspiration from today to work on this. I'm not looking for an exact replica or anything like that. They're just where I was like, oh, I kind of like that idea. Let's see what we can do with this picture. And definitely the one that's the color on the flowers. I like the way the color has been applied. But the color does not go with this. But I do like the idea of, so the eye goes right there. Okay. And then I want to see if maybe we can ink around. Yeah, so we might actually, let me do this. It's just kind of. That's trash right there. Now I'm putting the brown in a little bit more than I might otherwise, like farther into the tissue paper, because I might go just around the edges with a little bit of black also, if I can find it. But I want the part that goes over the eye to be white, because the idea is for it to be mostly transparent, just to dull down the color of this a little bit. Okay. And then before we apply the black, let's just crumple that a tiny little bit. Now this is all predicated on the fact that I know where the black is. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get over here. Yep, I see the black. Ooh. I feel lucky tonight. Maybe we should go and buy a lottery ticket. Pam is your little sis tonight. Okay. Candy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. How you feeling, lovely lady? Happy Fri-Yay to you. Now we're definitely sticking closer to the edges with the black. Okay. Now I am actually just going to put glue all over the eye area here. And then I'm going to smush it with my fingers. So it'll be not transparent right away because of all the glue on there. And then it should get more transparent. Okay, so let's grab a paper towel. And we're getting a little rip right there, so we're going to go with that right in the pupil kind of area. So let's push back just a little bit. We'll run with it. Gently just push that back from the pupil a tiny little bit. So that's far enough right there. Smoosh down there. Okay. Okay. I think I like it. Uh-oh. You don't want to complain? You adopted each other. That's how things happen on these channels. Oh no, Candy. That's no good. Well, oh boy. Do you have an appointment to get in and see a doctor about that, girl? I'm worried about you. That cannot be a good thing. And you're not complaining. You are sharing with us. And we want to know because we care about you. It is never considered complaining. Ever. Don't ever feel bad about that. We want to know what's going on with you. Okay. Now, I was looking at the possibility of adding into this area too. That could definitely be a little creepy. You're pretty prone to special creams. Well, that's good. Yes, healing energy your way. You get lots of rest. Do what you need to do. And we're glad you're here, and we can, support you a little bit. Maybe distract you from what's happening with our serial killer shenanigans. Remember, it's all fake. Fake, ladies. Fake killing. So we'll go with the same type of layering here. And I think we want to keep it strictly to this side of the lip thing. But we don't want a hard, well, that's not really a hard edge. Okay. It's going to blend in with that other piece, which I think is fine. Okay. So let's just put some glue down. See what we do. Here we go. Look at her. Okay. Now we're definitely putting our mouthpiece right up here. Just layering it up, doing some different things. Okay. Let's get her lined up just so. Okay, now we know we need to be a little bit more careful with our white so we don't tear it, because we don't want to tear it on the mouth. For sure. Ooh, there we go. Nice big piece to work with. But we don't need a nice big piece. We just need a little piece. Yep, just like that. Perfect. Okay, let's do a little bit around the edges again. And this is our brown. She looks deliciously horrifying. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. I'm going for a little bit of a Frankenstein thing, but with a girly blingy thing going on with it. On the one picture, she's got like the, almost like the Indian bindi head dots here. So I'm going to see if we can pull out a little bling and do that as well. That's what it kind of attracted me, not in addition to other things about the first image. Let's get a little bit in further here. The goal is to leave the middle plane. Well, here we don't even actually totally need to leave the middle plane because we're just trying to see the I just tried to put the glue lid on top of this ink pad. You saw that correctly. And then just a little bit of black on the edges to make it stand out a little bit more. All right, I think we're good. Making a good mess tonight. It's always good to be messy. All right, then we're just going to do the same thing. Well, first we're going to put a little bit more glue right here, because that part is not all the way stuck down. This is a thicker piece. It's off the cover of a magazine or one of those thicker ads, you know. So sometimes those try to lift after you. Okay. Let's get a little glue on there. Okay, that's as much as we want to push on that part because we got a piece coming up already. So we'll just dab this a little bit with I'm just rolling it a little bit more now that it's a little more stable, using the edge of my fingernail. Because I think now that we're getting that edge on there, there we go. There, perfect. I think that's good. Okay. Let me see if I can push that basket back a little bit. So yeah, I think, let me pop over to my pins and have a look and see how I feel this is going. What else we might need to add before we put any color on here. Okay. I do like the sewing on here. And you know what? I think I have a stamp that looks like a stitched line. Okay. So we might, hopefully I know where that is. I have most of my stamps in one little bucket. So let's have a look for that first. But what I'm going to do is put these pieces back away in my little lip bin and eyeball bin so that next time we want them, there they are, right? It makes it easier to find the eyeballs than if they're loose in the world. Okay. So what I'm going for here is I'm going to post the link again for this one. And what I'm going for is, you can see the stitched lines on there. This is also the one with the bling on it. Okay, we are searching what to do with the maple tree seeds. The helicopters are flying all over. Seems the dragonflies are the favorite, but some silly bats. Ooh, nice. Nice. I love that. Got to let us know what you're going to do with them, Janice, when you decide. Oh, and Frances has to go do paperwork. Boo on paperwork. Good night, Frances. Thank you for spending a little time with us. You mad boss lady, you. Oh, I love that, Janice. I want to see it. I want to see it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay, let me grab my... Oh, this is going to... I'm going to make a huge mess. Oh, boy. Okay. Here comes all the stuffs. And it's heavy. Oof. And everything fell over. Okay. So I'm going to move her out of the... She is looking deliciously horrifying. Marty's on the ball there. Uh-oh. We've left the lips out. Hold the phone while I put them back in the bucket. Okay. Thank you. I'm so happy. We're nailing it. That was creepy was what I want. Because our serial killer, obviously, okay, I'm going to have to take some things out to loosen this. Hey, look at my cool Tim Holtzy things that I got. There are some Tim Holtz things I do like. My acrylics. What's in here? I think it's... Okay, those are alphabet letters. We don't need alphabet letters right now. Ooh, it's a plate. Stitching. Ha 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 ha. We don't have to look through the whole thing. How I labeled it. I must have had a lucid moment. Okay. Now we got to find a place to set this. Hold the phone, please, because it's not getting back up in that cubby until I have two hands and I can get a little closer. Okay. So, I bought this a little while back because I did not yet have a sewing machine. And I got it from, I think Ally. Ally Express is where I think I got. So, look, let's see. Let me get something white here. Let's use the bag. Sorry about the... Okay. Let me make this live so I can see where I'm placing this. So we have all these stitch stamps. You have dragonfly glaze? What is... I have to look it up. Hold on. You got a set from Amazon. I'm pretty sure based on the label. But it's possible I did get it off Amazon. I would have to look in my history. I may have got them from Amazon. So, now we can do a couple of different stitch lines. We'll want to test it first. So maybe we'll get some of that tissue paper and test a couple of these before we put it directly on the... Because I don't have a very juicy black ink pad, unfortunately. My black is a little... But I would think we would want the stitching to be black, yes? Okay, so I think we want to use... I think I like in this one. Right here, this kind of cross-hatchy one. And maybe a little bit of this zigzag here. But I really like that one too. Okay, let's... And I don't have a long acrylic. Let me run out to Elle's and see if she's got a long acrylic, ladies. Hold on. It's a full spectrum shifting paint. Ooh, now that sounds like fun. Especially for, yeah, I love that. What a fun idea. Okay, let me go. I'm going to take this with me. If not, we'll just use it on the other side of the plasticky piece. And I hope for the best. You want to go out later? Okay. Okay, so for the stitching, I think we're going to focus on the good eye. So it's Zipper Neck. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. Love it. She did have one. So let's grab some of that tissue paper. And I think we're going to go ahead and move this for a minute, because she is looking pretty creepy. And let's see, I liked this one, so let's start with that one. If we do them diagonal on here, they'll fit, I think, all the way on. Nope, not quite. It's going to hang over a little bit. I need 2 hands. Okay. Now let's ink the whole thing and see how it looks on the tissue paper, although we're probably only going to ink part of it for the... All right, let's see. Oof, that's barely there. That's what I was afraid of. I don't know if this ink pad is juicy enough. Let me put a little bit of water on it and see if that helps. Let's just moisten it up a little bit. See if we can't get a little better. Ooh, that is better. Okay. And if we have it in a smaller area. Okay, so I do like that. All right, so that's definitely a choice. Let's try. I like this one a little bit. All right, let's try that out. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. So I'd want to probably use this stretch in here, I think, and maybe down to there. If I were doing that one. Or, yeah, I want to include at least some of this little middle bit here. Okay. And then we liked this one as well for this particular project. Okay. You put it in your cart. You found it? Good. I had not used it yet because I got the sewing machine. Like, I'll be sewing. But this is a good idea, definitely, for collaging. All right, let's have a look. And it does give you quite a few options. And maybe you don't want to get out your sewing machine, or you've already, sewn in your signature and you cannot sew the pages. This is a good way to add. And especially, I would think you'd want a pretty juicy. I'd have to get more on there. So let me hold these up. I'd want to get more on there in terms of ink. But yeah, I think we're okay. So I think I think we're gonna have to choose one. I don't know. They used 2 on the other girl's face, but I feel like her face was bigger in what they were using. I want to cover this while I'm deciding. So which one do I want to use? Okay, in the order we use them, because I value your guys' opinion. So this is the order we use them in: A, B, or C. A is the little crosshatch here. B is this one. And C is this one that looks almost like a heart rate pattern. A little zigzaggy thing. So let me know what you think. we're going to put it here, a little bit below her eye and a little bit above her eye. I don't think I want to go right through the eye, but I thought we could do a little bit above and a little bit below. When this dries, it won't look quite so weird. But I am liking the way it looks right now. Marty likes B. Okay. Anybody else? Candy likes B. Or she's, oh, the stitches. Okay. Okay, if nobody, I'll give it another, I know there's a time delay. I know that we've got that. So I'll get a drink here real quick. Christine likes B. Above and below. Okay. All right, 2 B's is enough for me. We'll probably be using these a little bit more now that I have remembered that I have them, right? Okay. So let's put that on there. Okay. So I think I'll use this little bit here with the end on the below the eyeball. And I'll definitely keep the tissue paper. I'll stamp more on there after the live. And then I need to get a new black ink pad. We don't want any on the I'll need to get a little bit juicier of an ink pad if I'm gonna, because I've known mine's been dried out for a while, but for what I use it for, that's not that big a deal. Sometimes it just means I got to stretch. I got to spend more time inking to get the color depth I want. I don't know why I just did the whole thing. What a dork. Okay, hold on. I got to wipe some of that off. Okay, off the bottom portion. Okay. So right there. Okay. It's a little bit lighter than I'd like, but we're going to have to live with it. Can you guys see it? We can always darken it with the ink pen if we want. Once it's on there. And then I think I'd like a shorter bit. So let's do this middle bit here and just a little bit into this zigzagging down here. Up into the forehead area. Okay, let's hope I got a little bit more ink on there this time. That didn't show up at all. Okay. We may have to go with brown. Let me try it again. Okay. you doing? Okay. We got the one section, but that doesn't... Let's wipe that off. Hold the phone. I will ink that in a little darker, but I'm thinking without a squishier ink pad, because I don't think I have any. Hold on just a second. Here. Oh, I lied. Ooh. What kind of ink pad is this? So this is Memento Luxe Tuxedo. I'm going to refill it with just Stays On Jet Black, because we need more ink than we're getting. And I can always buy another ink pad some other time. But I'm not all that interested in waiting days and days and days and days to get the result I want, man. How you doing, Miss Nina? You're live and awake and feeling cheerful. Oh, scary. Just kidding. It's a good thing. Oh, this is very dark now. We should have no trouble getting... So I'm feeling like that's a little bit much, the section we've been using. So I'm going to do about half of that and half into the zigzag here. We don't necessarily want it to go all the way up her forehead. So now let's clean our splotches off and make sure we're only getting the part that we want. Okay. It's right in here like this. Part of it could be, though, that it's in a book like this. Okay. Nope, we're still just getting... Hold the phone, please. Okay, it might be the part of the stitch we're using that just is not conducive to this. So, I don't know if we're going to be able to get that off there. Oh, no, I just threw my bottle on the floor. Okay, let's try a different stitch for up here. And I think I'm just going to go with this zigzag because I think we can't really go wrong with it. Let's see what's going on the back side of this picture that might be causing it to. I found that you don't want to stamp on a completely hard surface. So let's try maybe just putting something back there. Okay. Give me a second. I'm not looking at chat right now. I need. A little bit of white paint. We're going to try and tone that black mark down some. So this could take us a little bit longer than I thought, because we will have to let the white paint dry completely. Just just trying to lessen it a little bit. Okay. Now let's let that dry. And then we will try again. Let's see. I always have to eat more often. So I can take the darn things that make me... Oh. You saw me fling. I know, right? I'm so abusive to my... And it totally went over the other side. I have Brett's esophagus from... Oh. It makes it irritable. Oh, my. Stamping squish, yeah. You usually only eat once or twice a day. Meh, Mr. Mike does that. Doesn't have anything to do with acid reflux, though. Here's the weird thing. I want to make sure this is on the right. So while we're sitting here waiting, now that he works from home, he actually eats less than when he worked in an office. And although we regularly ask him, can we make you something to eat? He usually says no. But his habit was to not eat most of the day, even when he did work, and then come home and eat a huge, huge dinner, which is not good for your body. Acid reflux aside, guys. Okay, so that is accurate to the stitch and should show up a little bit better for you guys. Because of the reflux, you don't get hungry. That's interesting. I cannot take antibiotics with food. I'm the opposite. I have to take them before I eat. Yeah, for some people, it really upsets their tummy if there's already food in, if there's already food in there. Grazing is probably actually the best way to eat. So that's showing up a little clearer, and I do like it. Now, if we could just get that other stamp in there, that would make me happy. Okay, which side is the... That's the wet side for sure. I could have been inking with the not wet side too. That would be typical of me, wouldn't it? Okay. I think we've got stamp on there good and juicy. I'm just wiping it off the block so that we don't. Now. We did it. Okay, let's wipe that ink right off there. And let's get this back on the thing. Super, super happy, guys. I'm glad I remembered I had that. Okay, let's put this all back away, even in the envelopey. If I can figure out what I did with the envelopey. Maybe. Here we go. We did it. It's nice and dark, too. With the other black mark, it does look a little bit off, but we don't want it to be too perfect, right? I'll lift it up so you guys can get a better look at it in just a second. I even want to put it back in the white bag so that I know that we'll be able to find it again next time. Okay. I got to take that back out to Elle's, though. Okay. So let's get her up a little closer. Hold, please. Oop. So that's how she's looking right now. That's a little far up from the other end. You have barrel syndrome. I don't know what that is, but I will look it up. Hold the phone. That way you don't have to type it out. Ooh, tissue paper stuck to me. Barrel syndrome. I imagine it's... Stop making the beepy noise. I hate that. No, not search tablet. Back out to your main thing. Okay, let's try this. Barrels syndrome. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I know what a syndrome is. Ugh. Hold, please. Barrels syndrome. There we go. Nope, that's not helping. Hold on. Stop talking to me. I didn't put the S on it. Barrels. Barrett's. Okay. That would be why it's telling me about a man in a barrel. B-A. Barrett syndrome. There we go. Okay. Damage to the lower portion of the tube that connects the mouth and stomach. Usually the result of repeated exposure to stomach acid. Okay. Let's see. Overview. Clear. My tablet is slow. I got it. I'm slow on the uptake sometimes, but I'm there. Just waiting for my tablet to catch up. Yay, Rebecca! And welcome! Krabby's in the house. Chrome has stopped. Oh, you're such a bet. Seriously? What are you doing now? Barrett's syndrome. Barrett's syndrome. Okay. There we go. Now it's finally doing something. We have computers to make our life easier, but they are so frustrating. It heals up normally from repeated exposure to stomach acid. Roughly 30 million people. Well, that does not sound fun. I am sorry. But yeah. Okay. Well, at least now, that way when somebody talks about it, I know what it is. I like to look these things up, not to be annoying to the person who's telling me things. But that way I understand more when you're telling me stuff, like what's actually happening. Instead of just going, oh, I'm so sorry. At least I know a little bit about what's going on. So yes, two separate things. So I think we're gonna put a little, let's get this black that we put all that, and let's do this edge here. Let's darken that up a little bit where we rolled up all that paper. Okay. Okay. She's looking pretty good, I think. That's okay, Janice. Usually it is me. Leans forward towards the mic. Okay. So far, I'm liking this. What do you guys think? Are we being suitably creepy here? I think we're definitely going to need a word on this. But I do want to, let's see about bling now. We're going to move this out of the way for a minute. And this was extremely handy. So a little bit of softer paper underneath the stamping surface. I think it wasn't going so well because this is hard. But then behind that, there's this bobby pin. So I don't think it could lay down right. But putting that little bit of soft paper under there made all the difference in the contact, I think. But also re-inking the stamp pad did help. Okay, blingy bits. Bling is in my stickers. So let's see, what do we got? So we have a little bit of this that we got the other day, which could definitely be a thing. We just cut off a portion of it. No sloss. We could do a little bit of a rub on maybe, but no, I don't think I would, because that's black and white, and I'd rather add some color. Ooh, those are green though. Let's see how they look on there. Let's see, what else do we have? Pineapples with faces. Lots of small. Ooh, I have an idea for those that I need to do. Fall nobies. Okay. Ooh, maybe we want to do a little bit of rub-on letters. Let's see. I think I have another pack too. Let's see which one we like better. We should come across it eventually. Stuff. Pumpkins. Creepy stuff. Owls. Monkeys. Ooh. It's the T-Saurus Rex. Love the T-Saurus Rex. He makes me happy. We do have some white, although I don't think we want to go white. We'll at least look at it. Spiders. Smiley faces. I thought we had another. Oh, we have that size bling. That might be a little big. But I thought I had more rub-on number. Oh, here. Okay. All right. Or possibly that. Okay. Ooh. Oh, stop dumping over. Oh, there's just a purple heart on there. Okay, that came off, so we're just going to add it to the front of the book with a little dollop of glue, but let's stick something in here as a bookmark. Let's put just a little drop of glue on here. I always think it's serendipitous when something just comes out with other stuff. So I'm inclined to include it if we can. So let's decide. Let's put it right there. There was a red X there. So now we're marking a murder site with a heart. Okay. I'm going to leave my glue right there so that this doesn't go onto the ground while we decide on some bling. On some blingy bling. Okay, so if we were going to use this, I would just take a section here and put it just above her eyes. Now we could build an upward bling with this, with these colored ones, but we'd have to go with, I'm looking to see if there's any of these little bitty tiny ones in this turquoisey color, and I don't see any. So it would have to be with this size and then like 2 of this size instead of 3 different sizes. And I don't know if I like that. Now we could go a couple like maybe to right there and do that, and a little ways up there. So we would kind of stop here at this blingy section, and then it would kind of spiral up her forehead. Or we could build something out of this color, which is more matchy than I thought. But again, this bottom one is bigger than I like. So we would go 3 up. We would take one of these out and this one, and we would use this one, and one of those. So this is a no because I don't like it doesn't have a small enough size. So all 3 of these are a possibility. Hey, look, it's an A, a B, and a C. So A for the sea green, which kind of does go with that. B for the white pearl swirl thing. Or C for this aquamarine, just one little swoop here. So from there to there, right in the middle of her. What do you guys think? A, B, or C? Oh, okay. Definite opinions. Roseanne likes A. Rebecca and Candy like C. That's 2 C. The 3 C's. We're in for the C's. We're going aquamarine. Thank you, ladies. And those should be attached together. So we just need to cut off the section that we want carefully. Which would require, Amy, a pair of scissors. So, the question is, lady, what did you do with your scissors? Here's my really crappy pair right here. Okay. Okay. Hold please while I trim this. That is the exact same distance. And I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on the back. Because, you know, I don't believe in the power of adhesive that already exists on something. Okay. Put the lid back on that. All right. Let's smoosh that glue around just a little bit. Okay. Thinking right about there. Okay, before that becomes completely... Nope, it's down. That's the placement. Allergies been kicking up my toot today. I think the junk part is all the chips and sundaes. That can affect, yeah. I know it's weird, sounds weird, but it does. Let's see, what's allergies and junk? I'm guessing you're not feeling so hot. I know my allergies are working freaking overtime. Roseanne, hey! Let's see. I was listening on iPad, just watching the computer, went cruising on iPad, feeling tired and punky. Yeah. Yeah, junk food, oddly enough, especially if you don't eat it all the time. But even when you eat it all the time, you get to feeling not so great. So I don't know how wet that glue under there still is. But that kind of makes it look like she doesn't have lips and it's just teeth. So it gives her kind of a gruesome effect, which I am a little bit enjoying. I have to tell you. Let me get it up there a little bit closer. So far, now it looks a little more like she's got the lips on camera than it does here. I think it's just the way it's drying right now. That may or may not be all the way dry in there. So now I think we're going to add a little more color, something besides the turquoise. But we're going to decide if we want to put some rub-on letters on here. Or maybe a piece of this. Like, we want to... This is a sticker, so it's going to be shiny if I put it on here. Let me see. And it's a big, long piece, so I would have to... So I'd have to cut it. All of these are together, and I think I would just want like this section. What do you guys think? Border, no border? A couple of numbers maybe. We could put maybe, ooh, what about that big 3 right in there? This big 3 just right there. I'm looking at the other numbers to see if I like anything in particular. And we can maybe put the rose above the, but I don't know. Okay, what do you guys think? Yay or nay on any numbers? Oh, so hashtag. Well, we have to vote on how far do we think this serial killer is on their journey? Because remember, we've talked about not necessarily everybody in this book is dead. Some of these people have just been stalked. We've recorded them. Maybe in some way, we feel we've marked them. But everybody in the book is not necessarily dead. Some of these are crimes that we've perhaps come across in our early years that led us down this path. So we would have to decide how many victims do it. My allergies are bad. Yeah. We have a apricot tree in our neighbor's yard, but there's all kinds of stuff blooming right now because it's been up in the 80s, in the mid 80s. I'll go get a swig of cough medicine and a cup of coffee. Janice will be right back. Alphanumeric. That's an idea. I do like the idea of this big 3 over here. And we only have one hashtag. And I think it would fit down here. And then we could do a little letter. Okay, so let's start with the 3 and the hashtag. And we're going to need to go back to that. We're going to have to put this back under there. This could be a problem way over on the edge, though. Okay, hold the phone. We don't need a super huge. We don't want to lift that up. But we need it to be softer than it is right now. Okay, hold the phone. I need a clippy of some kind. Just to kind of hold this in place. Okay. This is season to be sneezing, right? 80 degrees here, but going back down over the weekend. It was cool last night. I can tell you, I don't know what it is outside right now, but it is hot in my room. Okay, so I just want the 3. Not the plus sign or anything else here. Okay, there's our 3. And then we want the hashtag from over here. I think I need to get a Sharpie fine liner in black and red. Which will be... Uh-oh, I just ran that too. Awesome. Okay, there's the hashtag. And that's everything off this one, I think. So let's put it back in the bag because rub-ons have to be back in their bag. He's better that way. So we might use part of a 2 on something later on. Everything does not have to be perfect. Sometimes we're going to be doing this maybe during a psychotic break, and then you would not expect it to be perfect in any way. Okay. Let's grab a letter. Okay, I know for sure I want the 3 to be here. We'll put it up a little bit, like that. That's where I want it. Now the hashtag can go down here. And then maybe we can put in a letter right there. Uh-oh. Hold, please. Oh, come on. The sticky part of the... I hate the sticky part. So maybe a smaller letter. What if we went... I kind of like a K. Let's try that K. Let's try that K on for size. Ooh, maybe it's like K for kill, S for stalker. We're probably not going to call it stalking. We'll have to find another letter. Watching, W for watching. We got a thing about watching. Or S for seeing. We have a thing about eyeballs. So this girl definitely got killed. Probably why we're mangling the heck out of her face. Okay. Don't ruin the Q. I don't know what we need a Q for, but we probably need a Q. So let's do the K right there. Let me get the thing back in the... Okay. Okay, what do you guys think? We're going to want to put that probably a little bit closer. I don't necessarily want it on the face, though. Okay. All right, what do you guys think? You had the AC on. We've had it on a couple of times. You heard thunder once tonight. Ooh, Janice. So warm here today. Rain moved in. Spring is definitely here now. Yeah. A windows open in allergy season, sometimes not a good thing. I am thinking about my bone folder, guys. Any kind of hard wooden thing will do, right? Do you think the end of this paintbrush will do? We're going to start with the end of this paintbrush and see how it goes. I'm not entirely sure where my bone folder is. And I want to do it one piece at a time so that... Oh, I see it's starting to go here on this part of the 3. Okay, I feel it. Are we getting that? Ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh, hot diggity. That came out good. Check that out. Oh, tomorrow's supposed to be significantly cooler for you, Candy. I may have found a good thing to use for this. Now I can see it coming off because you can tell on the plastic. Come on. All right, let's see how we're doing. I cut my fingernails, so that's looking good. But I got to be able to keep the edge up and put it back down if I've got anything that's not. Yay! 2 for 2. How are we going to do on number 3? I have had some rub-ons turn out hideously, and I am relatively new to rub-ons. A while back, like a number of years ago, and probably twice since then. You know, rub-ons kind of come and go. I had terrible luck with rub-ons, but I think the quality has increased over time. That's a fun squeaky, squeaky noise. All right, let's get a look over here. Let's see if we can. Come on. Ooh, joyful day. We did it. Yay. Okay, that paintbrush is the bomb. Wild weather changes are normally for Colorado in the spring. Yeah. It was 86 a few days ago. There's fires up in New York, New Jersey area. I don't know where I just put my tablet. That's a good question. Okay, so that definitely helped. That has come in handy twice today. Okay. Now we want to add a little color on and then decide on that border if we're going to have it or not. Now that we've inked up this, I think I want to add a, whoa, super juicy. Okay, so that is much darker than it was. I didn't realize how dull that was. Pine Barrens in South Jersey up. Smoke travels. Yeah, we get fires out here sometimes, and sometimes we'll even get the smoke from California if the wind is blowing right. It's very irritating. I do not know what I did with my tablet after I looked up that thing. Is a good question. If I only had a brain. Well, the alarm will go off at 7:15 and we'll know where it is then. How's them apples? Okay. So, did you guys, let me pull the pin again. Let me get the, let's see, there's that lady. So we've got some, I feel like we've kind of done what we wanted to there. So with both the lady ones that I showed, I think we've hit the highlights of what I liked. So there is color on this one. I'm going to share it again. This is the main one that I was working from today. That's got like a blue color. We're not necessarily going for the color. We're going for the type, the way it's applied. And then there's this one that I really liked that I'm not sure what they used. Probably inks of some kind. I am limited in what I have ink-wise. Did I do that? Did I copy the link? Copy link. Link copied. Okay. I'll make that go back away. And then this is the other one where I really like the technique in which the color was applied. Yeah, fire season every year is no bueno. So what do you guys think? So that's kind of the look I'm going for. I don't know if we're going to succeed. I do have, I think, some acrylic inks out in the other room that I just haven't found a place to put yet. So we could maybe dribble some acrylic inks on here. Let me go see what colors we've got. Yeah, book page bits, definitely. We've got a little bit of text here. So hold the phone while I go grab those inks. Let's see if there's any way that will help us. Okay, found them. And then let's look at stamp bin. I think I do have a text stamp in here. Oh. Okay, hold the phone. I'm gonna move the book for a minute. Whoa, got a googly eye thing going on down here. Okay. Let's take a couple of things out of here. Definitely not text. First class, do not bend. Oh, look at my Frankie thing. I forgot about my Frankie thing. Gotta use him at some point. Love Frankenstein. Not in the serial killer, though. Okay, I need to find a better place to put that because I keep forgetting it's in here. What's in this one? That's the Walking Dead stuff. Oh, I do have a tax stamp and some buggies. Ooh. Do we wanna? Okay. But we also have a little bit of this. Okay. I got to stand up to put this back over there. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What it had Colorado a couple years ago. Our apartment quality was in purple zone. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. I keep wanting a placemat. Well, oh, you keep wanting this. We got this. Els got this at the thrift store just by sheer luck. And then look at the other side. So you're supposed to look at the other side and then turn it over without looking. With a white, and a dry erase marker. Write the names of the bugs on there. Shit. I don't know what I just knocked over, but it was something. You can't leave me alone for 2 seconds. Okay. So. And I have never used this stamp. How terrible is that? Okay. It smells new. And I'm not going to use it with, but let's grab that. I knocked over the tissue paper, I think. Oh, here it is. We were going to want a secondary stamp, I think, not a primary. As wet as we made this, this stamp. Which side is the juicy side? This side is the juicy side. And I think we're just going to want random bits. I don't think we're going to want to. Yeah, so that should work, right? So maybe like half of that. Just lightly in a couple of spots. Okay. Satisfying. Okay, I think that's probably good. We don't want to overdo it. Do not want to overdo it. There's my. I'm a messy person. Even if I had access to water, I would probably not be washing this. But I don't want a lot of accumulation either. That can dull your stamps over time. Okay. Should we put a couple of buggies on here, guys? Should we add a couple of these bugs, the smaller ones, maybe? What about maybe a little fly or an ant? That's a bee. I think that's a fly. Loud drunk karaoke. What? I love all the rain. It didn't stop the drought conditions. It's dry here too. So they say, yeah, we have a little rain every weekend, just not. I know, same thing here. I don't remember which summer it was, maybe 2020. Be careful what I wish for. You want a couple of flies on here, maybe? Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, yep, that's going to be nice. Okay, I think even having it fully loaded, it's pretty good. As long as we don't push too hard. Where at, though? Where do we want to put it? Let's maybe come in right about here. There. You know, we have to do 1 or 3. We can't just do 2. The other one, I think I want to be very light. And I think we'll put it way down here, kind of going this way. Just very light. There we go. I think that's good. Let's clean our stamp off. Okay. Hopefully that's not too far. Let's put this away. I'm excited. I got to use it finally. I think I was going to stamp stuff on book pages for part of a project. And I just hadn't. I didn't write it down. And then I put the stamps away and I couldn't see them. This might be good for remembering the stuff I have. I don't have a lot of stamps or stencils, but I do have some pretty good ones. So this one is entomology, and I think I might have the one called field notes too. Let's see. Oh, just one bug. Sorry. I didn't see that. I hate the 4th. I don't like the 4th simply because people seem to think it's okay to do it in neighborhoods. And I don't. You could set somebody's house on fire. You're upsetting people's pets. Ooh, that's scary, Nina. Yeah, and they start well before 4th of July, and it usually heads through the whole summer. You know, you'll hear them off and on. Haha, found my tablet. It is 7:15. Do you know where your brain is? Uh-oh, hold the phone. Happy day. Hold on. If you will bear with me for one moment, please. I think I'm super excited in this moment. I haven't had an Etsy order in a coon's age. I think I got an Etsy order, guys. A coon's age for me means the last time I had a sale in my shop, which I think was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I just want to verify that there's a sale in there. I don't want to take anything away from that. I was going to look up the weather, Amy. Stay on track. So it is 73 right now. Come on. I want you to show me the rest of the weather. I do. Ooh, super exciting. You guys, I'm so excited. Okay, 75. See, look at this. 80, 85, 86, 79, 76. I would be very happy about that. Mike's going to be happy about this, but he won't be happy about this until these are 3-digit numbers, like really, really happy. He loves the super hot weather. He just sits out there and he bakes in the glory of it. Little chance of rain, so we're going to have a little bit of humidity. It's 13% right now, which is not bad, but we're definitely feeling it. 73 is a pretty good temperature, honestly. Ooh, Ooh, I'm very excited. Yay, me. Sorry. Toot my own horn. Your clock says 8:13. It is 7:15 here, according to my computer and my tablet. You hate the heat? I don't like extremes on either end. 100 plus degrees for me is a little much, but I really don't want to be in like -8. No offense, Carla. Wait, what did Carla say? 56. Janice is right. Break out the shorts and the tank tops. You're having a heat wave, girl. Okay, Marty, thanks for spending some time with us. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit, that you're not too creeped out by our creepiness. Okay, so let's get back to the inks. So I have these. These are, they're alcohol inks. So I have a brown, ultramarine blue, olive green, lavender, lake blue, crimson, ocean green. That might go good. Sky, and just plain purple. What do you guys think? I love the idea of olive green, but it's not going to go with what all the other things we have going on here. This might go with the color wash we already have down, but I'm not married to adding color that's the same if we don't want to. It got into the 80s. Holy cow. That might as well be 110 here. How's that snow doing? You getting some melt? I'm sure you still have some piles where they piled it all up, but hopefully you're getting some melt. Carla still has snow. I think last week or early the week before that, she had like in the teens temperatures. I'm not that long ago. She was still super cold. She's in Minnesota, which is probably quickly becoming muddy Snowda. Almost all gone. Yay! Woohoo! Less slipping. I'm all for less slipping. So what color do you guys think? I'll do the colors again. This is ocean green. I've got lake blue, which is a brighter blue. Lavender. Crimson. Sky. Purple. Ultramarine blue, which is going to be that really super, super blue. Brown. And olive green. I didn't know I had olive green. That's exciting. The one in your hand. Yeah, this one's probably closest to what we have. I don't have an ocean green. I have a lake blue and an olive green and a sky. This one is it is ocean green. I'm smoking the crack. You're correct. Sorry, Nina. I'm smoking crack. Yeah. Well, let's start out with this and see where we go from there. How's them apples? Okay, let me refer back to my pins. See what I'm trying to do here. So we want something a little drippy. So we're going to apply some, I think, high up on the paper and let it pool a little bit. Ooh, wish me luck. Okay, so let's see. Whoa. Okay, we didn't get much drip here, but somehow I'm not surprised. I want to do from the eye here, from the where we rolled this. But not a ton. There we go. And then I wanted a little more. I didn't want that to blob so much. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna dot in the eye. We don't want all that turquoise into the eye. Okay. Oh, this smells funky. Okay, do we want to, let's see. I'm trying to think of. Okay, I'm going to get a piece of paper or something. Let's try it on the napkin. I want to see what happens if we do a little bit of this. And then we add some of that brown to it, what it's going to look like. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what happens if we add a little brown to that. What's going to happen? Now, obviously, we're going to get more drip if it's on the book. And then I wanted to try this with a little bit. Oh my God, I can't get the lid back on. Let's try it with a little bit of the olive green. Now, it's obviously going to absorb more on this napkin than on a piece of, you know what? I kind of like that olive green with it. It's getting into a brown tone, but it's not completely killing the. So let's maybe just a little bit at the top here. Oh, hold on. Come on. Just a little bit more. Okay, I think that's about as far as we're going to get. There we go. Now, I really don't want this beyond. Just adding a little bit up here. You have to go see. Oh, hold on. Oh no, Carla. I hate it when that happens. And now they just conk out all of a sudden, you know? Century stink. I just get people that make me feel stupid. Luckily, Mike takes care of all that stuff here. Okay, let me look back over here real quick. Looking at my examples. Okay. Okay, let's get the lid back on this one. Now, I really don't want this to drip. I just want to kind of go along this bottom edge here and get a little bit of color from the brown. I'm letting it drip a little bit where the seams are. Okay. Now let's go back to this one. Get on there. There we go. Okay. You usually never have issues. 2 weeks to get in. Oh, that's 2 weeks. That's a long time. And they didn't want to knock it off your bill? Well, phooey on them. I hope you pushed it. If it's something a long time, I don't usually fuss over a day or a couple of hours. And if it's definitely something that's not my fault, I have been known to push for a credit. 2 weeks is a long time. Charter in Texas. They had the worst customer service. Aw. Okay. Do we like it? Did we go too far? The eyeball itself is a little more covered than I want it to be. But overall, I think I'm okay with it. I'm going to get it up close, and you guys tell me what you think. We can't take away any color, but do you think we need to add anything? Good Lord. Ooh, Carla goodies. Yay! I have some stuff to send to you, too. I just haven't got to it yet. Whoa, that's crazy, Nina. You think it's good like that? Okay. Let's see if I can get it. I think we did manage to make her a little creepier, though. I think I want to put a word on this. Did I put my words back in here? Or are they sitting around somewhere? Okay, hold the phone. I got to go grab my word box. I'm really feeling like I do want a word on here. I like all the real girls, but she's one girl. Well, you know what? We did collect her up. What do you guys think about this one? Either cutting it apart and putting it across, or I could trim it all down and we could kind of put it in over here. Trim it as close to the letters as we can. Or do you hate it? If you guys don't like the idea. Because remember, we made her at a 1, 2, 3, 4, originally 5, and then we've added in an extra eyeball and lips, so. Sasha needs dies? Oh. Okay. I got you. In the box. They said it should drop into the angry. Oh, well, there you go. The FCC took 6 months. Boo. Carter. Oh, my God. Carla. Cut it up and go down the edge, or maybe not quite all in. Okay. Let me trim it close with the scissors. I don't know what I did with. Please tell me I didn't drop them off, though. You too can lose things very quickly. Ugh. Did I drop them on the floor? If I have scissors, where would I be? I have 90 pairs of scissors at the end of the day. Or one pair at a time. Found 2 pairs of glasses. Oh, here we go. Found a pair. Yay. Don't know where those green scissors went. Probably off the edge of the ironing board. All right, so let's see how it looks and we'll cut it up. Let's trim it down real close first, and then we'll decide from there, because cutting it up, at least into 2 sections, might be the best thing. We'll start this way first, though. Just so we have less white space on it. Oop. Don't do that. Okay, so there we've got it much smaller. Oh my God, Carla, what a jackass. They do. I don't know if they get a commission, but I know they can get bonuses. That's really shitty. You would cut all the words apart? Okay. Let's do it. All of the real girls. I'm not surprised, Carla. That's some jacked up stuff. That is not okay. That kind of stuff pisses me off. Like, it's one thing, I guess, to put yourself on the line by giving your friends free cable, but to bill it to somebody, and a neighbor no less, you know? What a jackass. It's so not cool. Hopefully you guys don't think I ruined this with the ink. I'm having it'll probably, when I come back to it next time, I'll like it better. I always feel insecure in the middle of the whole thing. Just inking some edges. Okay. Yeah, because he stole from them too, you know? A lot of companies don't want to spend the money prosecuting, though. And it makes them look bad, so they try and keep those stories out of the news, I think. You know? I think it happens more often than we think. I don't know about the billing thing, but, you know, I think they try and pick people who they think don't pay attention to their finances, or older people who probably, you know, don't question the bills or aren't as likely to notice that sort of thing. They probably thought you worked all the time and you wouldn't notice. The lady said to me, "You need to collect all the boxes." I said, "Nope, not my job. I can call the police and report the theft and call the news." Good for you. Because they don't want those kind of stories out, and they don't want a record of it. That's why they usually just fire the person. But the thing is, he could just go work for some other cable company and do the same thing over again. Because employers aren't allowed to say the reason why an employee is fired. If they do, they could get in a lot of trouble. And I know some places do it, but all you're really supposed to be able to say about a former employee is whether they're rehirable or not. The dates they worked, what position they held, and whether or not they're rehirable. That is what's actually permissible by law. Did anybody see where I put the lid for the glue? Oh, there it is. It's just see-through. Okay. Never mind. Like, you're supposed to know all his friends and go collect all those fucking boxes. He didn't have them in the first place. Have the nosy brother called the cops on a man who was doing something on the poles out at the street. No marked van, no uniform. Subcontractor. Better safe than sorry, though. Good for you, Janice. Okay. So I think I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. I think. Do you guys think it needs anything else, or are we good? That stands out a little bit. But I don't think there's much we can do about it. The eye thing, where it's all dark with the ink, looks better in person than on the... It looks more like... I don't know. Let me see if I get it up close. You like the ink dribble? And you can see that it's not... It looks worse farther away, like more blurry and less defined. But you can actually still see the eye. And I think the color does add something. So I think we're good. I think we did a good thing. Yay, and we finished a freaking page. You like the ink? Good. Thank you, Neener. It's good to be vocal, though. So now we've got a little bit of transfer onto this side, which is not bad. That's okay. We're going to be adding things anyway. But that's good to know for future that we might want to do that before we do the other. It doesn't look bad because this just sort of looks like the foliage over here. No worries. Nothing bad happened here. The left eye reminds you of Jackie Kennedy. I don't know. I'd have to go look. But overall, I'm pretty happy. We did a little stamping. Got some rub-ons. Got some ink. A little bit of words. Yay, us. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, my goodness. And we added a purple heart to the front. We haven't added anything to the front in a little while. You know what? I'm a little bit thinking maybe we take a second one of these and we put it at the top on the spine here. So let's see about... Where do we feel like it's going to lay the flattest? Because it won't take much to do that. And it'll echo what's inside. So I'm actually going to pull two off so we can get the same look again. But we're not going to use the second one. Right there. And right there. Yep. Okay. I'll use the other one in my personal journal. I don't want to let it go to waste. There we go. Because I do know we're going to add some things to the spine as well over time. So that's a nice, good starting point, I think. Is that how you all started? You asked them about some wrestling thing, and all of a sudden you found out you were having 7 boxes charged to you? No wonder people think cable's so expensive. They're getting bogus charges. Okay, so we're doing pretty good with moving along in here, and I like how some of the new pages. So I don't want them all mixed media, but I want enough of them so that it, you know. So we've got a little bit of like the crazy with like the writing here, where we've got our thing that's going on. And we've got some that look completely normal and are like the asphyxiation page where it's almost instructional, where we were learning a technique. Here we go. Ta-da. Okay. So we want just enough variation for it to be interesting, but not so much that it loses cohesion. I gotta remember to get in there and get a London map of East. I think the East End is what I need for Jack the Ripper. We may work some on this page next time and one other page. But I think we can consider this one done because I consider this one completely done as well. Other than if we come up with some kind of interesting souvenir that we could use. You know, I don't know. I'm looking at them. Like maybe a smudge of the lipstick. Because she's wearing a bright red lipstick and she's really the only one with some color to her. But yeah, so we could add something here if we really, really come across something compelling. So definitely done. But I think, yeah, we should. And I think aside from adding in a bit of rope here, or, you know, our asphyxiation cord and a couple of other things to this, small things about asphyxiation, you know, I'd like to add an image to the front of this to go with the definition of petechia. So this one is almost done. And I think this is the one we'll work on for next time. Probably not so much mixed media, but we'll do a couple of add-ins. And then I don't know what we'll work on after that. So we'll have to think of what we want to work on after that. Because it won't fill up the whole time before L's comes on. So, and then we've got our fun little bit of tissue paper where we experimented with stuff. Yay! I'm glad I remembered I had that. So that'll become part of the, we might rip this apart and use it in a couple of different places. Like we could take apart one of these flies and add that to the front of the journal, right? Let's do this one over here. There's a really, really light one right there. Let's see. What do I think? I think we could tuck him up in under here. Yeah. Okay, so let's use the scissors right there to hold that up. And then we will also go ahead and cover the top a little bit, like a little bit of, it's not quite Mod Podge. I'll be sure to break out the Daddy Vans and wax that part of it so it doesn't stick to things. We want to keep that up for a minute. We don't necessarily want that part stuck down. Okay. Here we go. So we've added another little element to the cover. It needs some round. I'm saving that kind of towards the end But yeah, I think so. When it's not going to be opened and closed quite so much is when I'd like to add some of the more dimensional things to it that might otherwise get knocked off. Or we might just get, I think you can get little stickers that are like the points, like when you do stuff on a digital, you go to MapQuest or whatever, and the little circly teardrop shaped bluey thing it marks your destination with. I think you can get stickers like that. So we might also try something like that. But I do love the little map pin heads, and I think I have some somewhere in all my stuffs. But yeah, we did add on 3 different elements. We added on a heart, we added on the cover bling, and we added on, now it's got to dry. Let me move this to the side just a smidge here, because I need to get you guys the link. Els is doing Late Night Lunatics tonight if you're at all interested. I don't know what the topic is tonight or what she might be doing. I hardly spoke to her today at all because the niece was here, and I didn't, she came all the way to see them, not to have me butt in their little visiting thing. But she did send me a link in the Facebook. So let me grab that so you guys have the direct link if you want to go over there. I will be live on Sunday. About 3:15. And I'm not sure. I'm kind of leaning towards Jelly Plate again. But I'm worried everybody's going to be bored with that. Okay, let's link here. Nina's got this, the moon. Okay, so Els at Beema's. It's Crafty Corner for late night. It's not necessarily a crafting stream that she does on Friday evenings. That's mostly her daytime streams. She does, I think, 10 in the morning is when she starts. And she goes for a little over an hour every day. Carla's like, nope, nobody's bored. Okay. Well, if you guys aren't bored, I still, we haven't tried the leaf stencil. We had tried, oops. Hold on, there's another stencil in here, and I just can't get my hands on it. We haven't tried this Mod Squares one that I think would both be fun on the Jelly Plate. We didn't actually use the gears that many times. And I have some other papers I'd like to try out. So there's that. But that's the link for Abima's. The Late Night Lunatics is a combination. Sometimes she'll work on something just to occupy her hands and to give you guys something to look at. But mostly it's like a conversation. Like we're all hanging out in the same living room, having a nice discussion. It gets raunchy sometimes. Sometimes it's a little ridiculous. Usually it's entertaining. Sure, entertaining. So there is that. So if you're interested, she will be on in 5 freaking minutes, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So if you guys want, you can go to the potty and get a drink, get a snack, get comfy, and settle in for a little Late Night Lunatics, discussion and whatever all happens over there. I usually visit in for at least a little while. I'll definitely be out there making some food because somebody here is hungry. All right, so that is all for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, for the thumbs up, for the thumbs down, for all the kinds of thumbs you might have given me, for being here, for saying things, for not saying things. If you're lurking out there and working and doing stuff you need to do, we are happy to have you as well. Oh, neck surgery in the future. Carla, we need to talk about that, but not tonight. I will message you, girl. We love you. However you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. Have a marvelous weekend. Have the most fun you can have. Get the most things done. Do the least things you can if that's your goal. Just have fun doing whatever it is you've got to do. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. Bye, 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 bye. The end.